When it comes to picking up on girls, a lot of times we make it way too complicated than it has to be. Today I'm going to share with you the easiest opener and the easiest close that has a high rate of effectiveness so you can get out there and actually start getting dates today. I'm Paul, Apex Mindset. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, apexmindset.net, if you want to book a consult. Like the video, share the video. That does help me out tremendously. All right, let's get the Girl Fridays, where we talk about pickup and game and dating and setting the dates and getting the dates and all that good stuff. Usually I like to do it live. Today I won't be able to. Now, you have to understand something here, right? That pickup artistry nowadays is a business. And you have a lot of people out there promoting that business. And so they try to diversify themselves any way that they can. And they try to come up with all kinds of tips and tricks and tools that are going to make them different than the next pickup artist who's trying to tell you how to get the girls. And that turns into a whole complicated mess of possible things you could do just to get a girl to go on a date with you. Now, there are a lot of nuances because human behavior is very nuanced. And so there's different things that we can use, different approaches, of course, different ways of doing things. I've covered those in other videos. I'll continue to cover those for you guys. But I think I want to get back to basics today, and let's just keep it simple. All right? Keep it simple, stupid. KISS principle, probably the greatest principle there is sometimes. A lot of you guys might be overthinking this or getting a lot of anxiety and not executing appropriately. And if you have too many options available, actually, sometimes too many options could lead to paralysis, social awkwardness, anxiety, and basically coming off as contrived and unnatural. And if you come off unnatural with a girl and uncomfortable, she's not going to be very comfortable or natural either. And attraction can't happen. And without attraction, of course, you're not going to get the phone number, get the date, or get anywhere with her, right? First, we'll start with the opener. Easiest thing. All you do is come up to her, make eye contact, okay? Have a nice, calm look on your face so you're not scowling, all right? A smile is good, but not a big dorky smile, okay? Just a calm, cool, serene smile. And you just say, "Hi, how's your evening going?" Something as simple as that. How's your day going? Very easy. Calm, cool, alpha mindset and voice. Demonstrating confidence, demonstrating not having social anxiety, demonstrating that there's no fear or worry of rejection at all. Just simply, "Hi, how's your day going?" That's it. That's your tone of voice. All right? If you practice that in the mirror, practice it 50 times, practice your tonality, practice walking up, being nice and relaxed. All right? And acting as if, of course, she wants to talk to you. That tonality, that body language is going to work better for you than most lines you could concoct. Now, what to talk about next? Well, it's pretty easy. We've covered it in other videos. Briefly, I'll mention now, is you just ask a question simply, or ask to expand on her answer. If she likes you, she'll help you. All right? She'll want to have a conversation with you. And you simply just stick with the things that I've covered, but we used to use in sales: Ford, family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Ask any question about that. You can extend that to geography, to where you're from or travel, right? To how your evening has been going. What have you been doing this evening, right? Or is this a place you normally frequent? Things of that nature. Easy. The old do you come here often? All right? And you don't have to be like, "Do you come here often?" But simply, are you from the area or are you from someplace else and just visiting? Simple social calibration, a question covering one of those topics. Easy. But the simple opener is, hi, how's your evening going? It's literally that easy most of the time. Now, what you're trying to do and what you are going to do is make a social personal connection. All right. That requires empathy, and that requires stepping into that other person's brain a little bit and seeing what their perceptions are, what their thoughts, beliefs, where they're coming from, all of those things, and understanding her, being genuinely curious about her, and therefore creating some curiosity about yourself. Make a simple connection, have it be pleasant, fun, inspire good emotions, and then you break it off in a few minutes and you close. And that's simple as well. All right. And there's other techniques, of course. We're not going to go into some of those things or the objections or different whatever. There's a lot we could get into because social interactions can be complex, but we're going to keep it real simple. All right. So there's your simple opener. Now that opener works best in a direct approach. It is a direct approach, and it works best when you're getting indicators of interest, meaning she's looked at you or glanced, or there's been a smile, or the nod, or you see pass by this person in, let's say, a coffee house or bar, and she notices you smile and nod. She gives you a smile back. These are indicators of interest. A welcoming sense of body language and facial expressions that indicate coming up and saying hello isn't such a crazy idea. All right. So it tends to work best with direct. Now, indirect is where you have to create interest where interest doesn't yet exist, because that non-existent interest isn't necessarily because of you or her a potential attraction to you. It's really for a lot of other reasons outside of you most of the time. That said, that's a whole nother topic. Even if she's not ready for it, there's still a success rate here. If you're going to just go out and hit the numbers game, simplest way possible tends to be the way to do it. All right. But looking for those indicators of interest, noticing she's interested, simply walking up, and that simple, hi, how are you opener does wonders. But be attractive. This is where your SMV comes to play. If I walk up to someone and I'm an attractive guy because I take care of myself, I have good posture, I make good eye contact, I have a good, calm, soothing, pleasant facial expression, and the tone of my voice is pleasant as well, that's going to speak to her instinctual brain. That's going to make her attracted to me and desiring of me more so than any of the words I could say. All right. So work on that opener. And it's as simple as it is. Work on it in the mirror and pay attention to your body language, your tone of voice, and how you're conveying yourself to this other person. And then simply practice that on other people. And I recommend this. To start off, don't practice with only girls that you're interested in closing and getting. Practice with anybody. Practice with the old lady at the checkout line. All right? Obviously, do it with adults. Okay? You don't want to, hi, how are you, some kid, and have a mom freak out or whatever. All right? Stick with over 18 or whatever the age of consent is. But just practice your opener. Practice hi, how are you? And whatever, maybe it's not how are you or hi, how's it going? How's your evening? How's your day? And just ask a question and have a short conversation. Those of you guys who have approach anxiety will be surprised to see how welcomed you are in these conversations. You'll get a couple of bad attitudes and crappy looks and bad expressions. But for the most part, if you're pleasant and you're not looking for anything, you're not looking for the date, you're not focused on the sex, you're not focused on the number close, you'll just make a conversation and make somebody's day, make your own day, learn a little bit about another person. And what you're doing is you're getting repetitions in, practicing just having a social connection with another person. Okay. It's really simple. If you plan on, as they say in pickup world, sarging, going out and picking up on girls with a guy, your guy friends, or even by yourself, start off with just that exercise. Just start talking to people, and you get working those social muscles, those muscles, if you will. But it's really your neural connections that help you communicate and make social connections with other people, and where they feel good and have good emotions about making that connection with you. And now the close is easy. Simple close is act like you got to bounce or whatever. You're going to bounce generally. You say, hey, you know what? You seem really cool, actually. We should go grab a drink sometime. Pull your phone out, hand it to her, open it up in the text area, and have her text her number in there, put her number in there, and then text you her name. Or she puts her number in there, whatever. And you can do it two ways. She can text you her name, or she can put her number in there, and you just, text her your name and say, cool, I'll give you a call sometime, or I'll shoot you a text sometime. And that's that easy. You have a pleasant little conversation. Doesn't matter about what. Don't overthink it. And then it's simply like, hey, you know what? You actually seem pretty cool. I got to go bounce and get with my friends. We should hang out sometime. Pull your phone out, hand it over. She, half the time, usually, about 50% of the time, she knows exactly what to do. And she puts her number right in there. She kind of looks a little bit confused or nervous. You just lead it. You say, yeah, just throw your number in there and I'll text you my name and maybe we'll make plans sometime. That's simple. There's not much of a commitment for her. It's simply just putting the number in the phone. All right. Now there's ways of closing where you get their social media and you do that instead. And there's value to that sometimes. There's ways of closing where you literally set the date up right there. There's ways of sleeping with a girl on the first encounter. This is the first time you meet her. Happens all the time. Okay. With clients of mine and people who have executed that. However, let's just keep it simple, right? Let's go back to the basics. Keep it simple, stupid. The basic number close. And that's it. You don't have to overthink it. Wherever you are in that conversation or whatever, you start to feel that conversation is dropping off a little bit. You don't want to spend too much time. You don't want to linger around the whole night while she's trying to have a girls' night with her friends. It's simply create good emotions. She feels good about you, starts to become curious about you, and that's where that attraction starts to happen. And you say, hey, you know what? You seem really cool. We should go grab a drink sometime. Whatever. And then you just hand her your phone. Yeah, throw your number in there. I'll text you my name or whatever. Text me years later, but it's so and so, right? Right. Cool. Yeah, I'll give you a ring when I get some time, maybe next week or the following, and we'll link up. Super casual, easy. Now notice a thing here I did, just to notice some nuances. I didn't ask a question, did I? A lot of you guys ask questions to try to close. Maybe we could hang out sometime? Question mark. Well, would you like to get a drink next week? Question mark. Hey, can we exchange social media? Are you on Facebook? Can we become Facebook friends and maybe see each other some other time? Question mark. These are not good ways of closing. All right, because you're not leading the encounter. Don't ask a question, just lead. All right. You seem pretty cool. Let's go grab a drink sometime. Open your phone. Put that on the text thing, whatever, and put it right in there. Super simple. It's hard for a girl to say no to that. All right. And then afterwards, she'll be thinking about it. That's interesting. Guy just sort of effortlessly came up to me. We had a good conversation and he just got my number. Wow. Do you know how often that happens in the sexual marketplace today? Not very often. Guys don't have the balls anymore. They don't have the courage to just approach a girl without some line or trying to be too gamey or trying to be too cool or coming across as super douchey, right? They don't have a normal conversation. They're like incapable today of having normal conversations with women that are short, easy, inspire good feelings, good emotions, and then not linger around. Go back to what you're doing. Maybe you hang out with her longer if that's what she wants. And she's definitely demonstrating that, not you being socially unaware and trying to stick to some girl and annoying her and becoming unattractive at that point. But maybe it works out just fine, and you end up hanging out. That's fine. But generally speaking, she's there with some friends, you're there with your friends or wherever, and you just get the number and you break. She has good feelings. It was confident, easy close. She finds herself putting her number in your phone without even thinking about it because you led the interaction. You didn't ask any questions. And now she's thinking about that. Wow, that's different. I haven't had a guy do that ever or in a long time. And then you throw her that text. Maybe she throws you a text. It was nice meeting you. My name is so-and-so. Or she throws you a text with their name. That's an indicator of interest, by the way, if she does that, which is why sometimes it's nice to not have her do her name in the beginning, just have her put her number in, you text your name over. You'll often get a reply, if not immediate, a little bit later on that evening where she says she texts you her name back, all right, after you've already broken contact. Or she says, hey, it was nice meeting you, text you her name. That's a strong indicator of interest. You pretty much have a date in the bag if she does that. And that's a good indicator of that. Super simple, right? So there you go. All right. Don't have to overthink this stuff. We like to because we're dudes, right? And we're analytical and we like to autistically break down things and figure out female nature and figure out the dating market and sort of, figure stuff out and figure out better, or also improving too, figure out better ways to communicate. What happens if there's objections? What happens if you're in this environment or that environment? Yeah, we can do that. We can also overthink it too. We can also get way too gamey or pick-uppy. And then we start to blow our chances with great, good-looking chicks that would be great to hook up with, date, whatever you want to do. So go take this out and use it this weekend if you're a single guy and you're looking to hook up with some girls, get some good dates. Take care.